Nigeria, Africa's largest oil producer, boasts several refineries that play a critical role in the country's oil and gas sector. Despite the challenges the industry has faced, including underutilization and maintenance issues, these refineries remain pivotal in ensuring the domestic production of petroleum products. Commercial crude oil production started in Nigeria in 1956, but local crude oil refining did not start until 1965, when the first crude oil refinery was commissioned. The first set of refineries in Nigeria were government-owned. However, since 2013, the federal government has been providing private sector players with licenses to build and own petroleum refineries. Over the years, efforts have been made to revamp and upgrade these facilities to reduce the heavy reliance on imported refined products. In this video, we look at a comprehensive list of Nigeria's refineries, detailing their locations, capacities, and recent developments. Coming up at number 1 is Aradel Refinery and Petrochemical Company. This refinery is a wholly owned subsidiary of AIPCC Energy. The refinery operates in two phases with capacities of 1,000 barrels per day and 5,000 barrels per day, and has been commissioned and is fully operational. Works on phase 2, which will have a capacity of 12,000 barrels per day, has already begun, with full operation expected to start soon. Coming up at number 2 is the Depot Midstream, located in Edo State. This is a 2,500 barrels per day refinery that was completed in 2022 and started production in 2023. At number 4 is the Walter Smith Refinery. The Walter Smith Refinery is a 5,000 barrels per day oil refinery located in Imo State. The refinery started operations in 2020 with plans to expand its capacity to 50,000 barrels per day in the coming years. Coming up next is the Niger Delta Petroleum Refinery, Aradel. The initial 1,000 barrels per day HGO topping plant was commissioned in 2010. Currently, the 3-train 11,000 barrels per day Modular Refinery produces automotive gas oil, dual-purpose kerosene, marine diesel oil, high-power fuel oil, and naphtha. Next is the Old Port Harcourt Refinery. It was built and commissioned in 1965 with a refining capacity of 60,000 barrels of oil per day. Then, it cost Shell around 12 million euros to build. The refinery operated above 50% of its design capacity, and throughout the 1990s, it experienced a gradual decline in output. In March 2021, the government of Nigeria awarded the repair of the refinery to an Italian company that was to carry out repair works in phases. In December recently, the refinery was declared operational. The Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company. The 125,000 barrels per day capacity Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company was built and commissioned in 1978 at a cost of around $478 million. The refinery has never achieved full capacity utilization as production has declined steadily except in the early 90s, during which there was a brief upswing in production. In 2021, the government of Nigeria awarded a contract for the repair of the refinery to Saipem at the cost of $897 million. Recently, the refinery was declared operational. Next is the New Port Harcourt Refinery. The New Port Harcourt Refinery was built in 1985. The federal government commissioned the New Port Harcourt Refinery, built at a cost of $850 million. It has the capacity to refine 150,000 barrels of oil per day. The commissioning of the New Port Harcourt Refinery increased the total refining capacity of the plant to 210,000 barrels per day. Over time, the processing performance of the refinery fell significantly below design capabilities in both refinery throughput and the yield of higher value product. The refinery has rarely operated above 50% of its design capacity. During the 90s, it experienced a gradual decline in throughput, resulting in a proportionate increase in the yield of lower value fuel products. The refinery was part of the $1.5 billion turnaround maintenance awarded by the federal government in 2021, and currently the refinery has been declared operational. Coming up next is the Dangote Refinery and Petrochemical Plant. This is a 650,000 barrels per day refinery located in Lekki, Lagos State. The refinery cost around $19 billion and was commissioned in May 2023. Oil refining started in late December 2023, and it started dispensing product to local and international market as of May 2024. Coming up next is Azike Refinery. The Azike Refinery is a modular hydro-skimming petroleum refinery under development in Bayelsa State, Nigeria. It is the first private hydro-skimming refinery being developed in the country. The new refinery will have a total production capacity of 12,000 barrels per day. It will process Bonny's sweet light crude and Bahrain condensate to produce high-quality petroleum products, along with a few secondary products. Coming up next is the Ogbele Refinery. In 2012, the Ogbele Refinery facility began operation as a 1,000 barrels per day topping plant, generating 85,860 liters of diesel per day from 540 barrels per day of oil. A second 50,000 barrels per day train was added towards the end of 2019. 3 trains, 11,000 barrels refinery with the ability to produce diesel, marine diesel, DPK, naphtha and high pulp fuel oil was finished in October after the completion of an additional 5,000 barrels of oil train. Coming up next is the OPAC Refinery. This refinery is located in Delta State. In 2021, the government of Nigeria finished building this 10,000 barrels per day modular refinery in Kwale, Delta State, as part of its initiative to enhance regional crude oil refining. Next is the Alexis Refinery Limited. Alexis Refinery Limited is currently developing a state-of-the-art modular refinery in Delta State. The project is a 10,000 barrels per day plant which will be implemented in phases. The first phase, currently under development, will process 2,500 barrels per day of locally available crude to produce AGO, naphtha and fuel oil with fuel gas output. Finally is the Atlantic International Refineries and Petrochemical Limited. In 2021, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board announced the construction of a 2,000 barrels per day modular refinery in Bras, Bayelsa State. The modular refinery, according to NCDMB, is being developed by Atlantic International Refinery and Petrochemical Limited in partnership with the board.